Chief Azuka, Nigeria's wealthiest oil magnate worth over $2 billion, sat watching 12 monitors in his private study. On the screens, his family's true nature was fully exposed. His eldest son, Kenzo, was at a casino, throwing away millions. "My dad's loaded anyway," he laughed to his gambling friends. His daughter, Zara, was shopping in Dubai, posting on Instagram, "Daddy's credit card working overtime. Blessed life." His youngest son, Dario, was buying his 5th Ferrari this year, telling the dealer, "Put it on my father's account." But the most heartbreaking screen showed his wife, Vera, on a video call with her young personal trainer. "Once the old man kicks the bucket," she whispered, "we'll have all the money in the world." None of them had visited him in 3 weeks, despite living in the same mansion compound. They were too busy spending his fortune to spare him even a moment. That's when Chief Azuka made a decision that would change everything forever. He was going to test them, and what he discovered would either restore his faith in family or destroy it completely. That evening, Azuka joined his family for dinner. Their first meal together in months. The grand dining room felt cold despite the expensive chandelier casting warm light over the mahogany table. "So I've been thinking about expanding the oil business into," Azuka began, but was interrupted by Kenzo's phone buzzing with gambling notifications. "Dad, can this wait? I'm in the middle of a poker game," Kenzo said, not even looking up. Suddenly, Azuka clutched his chest and collapsed dramatically from his chair, gasping for air. "Help me." Instead of rushing to his aid, his family jumped back like he had the plague. Vera screamed and pointed, "Stay away from him. What if it's contagious?" "Is he having a seizure?" Zara asked, recording with her phone instead of helping. "Should we call someone?" Dario wondered aloud, but didn't move. Only Lila, the 16-year-old househelp who was serving food, dropped her tray and rushed to Azuka's side. "Papa Azuka! Papa Azuka!" she cried, cradling his head gently. "Please don't leave us." 20 minutes later, Dr. Malik arrived with his medical bag, playing his part perfectly. After examining Azuka, he delivered the devastating news to the family gathered in the living room. "I'm afraid Chief Azuka has suffered a massive heart attack. His condition is critical. He has only weeks to live." The family's immediate reactions revealed everything. Kenzo stepped forward first. "Doctor, about his will, is it still valid if he's, not mentally stable?" Zara gasped dramatically. "But my wedding is in 2 months. Who's going to pay for it now?" Dario looked panicked. "Wait, I just ordered a new Ferrari. Can I still get it?" Vera was already calculating in her head. "Doctor, exactly how many weeks are we talking about? I need to make arrangements." Meanwhile, Lila was the only one asking the important questions. "What's going to happen to Papa Azuka now? Will he be taken to the hospital? Can the doctors fix his heart?" "Shut up, housemaid!" Vera snapped. "This is family business. Get out!" "You're just the help," Kenzo added coldly. "This doesn't concern you." Lila's eyes filled with tears as she was pushed out of the room, but not before she whispered, "I'll pray for you, Papa Azuka." From his position on the couch, pretending to be weak, Azuka watched it all with a completely broken heart. The test had begun, and already his worst fears were being confirmed. Over the next few days, Azuka lay in his master bedroom, pretending to be on his deathbed while secretly observing his family's true nature through hidden cameras and his own careful watching. Day 1, Kenzo arrived with 3 lawyers in expensive suits, spreading documents across Azuka's bedside table while he pretended to sleep weakly. "The will needs to be updated immediately," Kenzo whispered urgently. "As the eldest son, I should inherit the oil company and the main estate." "Sir, your father is still alive," one lawyer reminded him. "Barely," Kenzo replied coldly. "We need to be prepared. Time is money." Day 2. Loud music and laughter echoed through the mansion. Zara had thrown farewell party in the main living room just below Azuka's bedroom. "It's like a pre-funeral celebration," she announced to her friends, champagne glass in hand. "Daddy's upstairs dying, but life goes on, right? Besides, I need to enjoy his money while I still can." Her friends laughed and toasted, completely oblivious to the cruelty of their words. Day 3. Azuka watched through his window as Dario loaded antique furniture and family heirlooms into a truck. His grandfather's ceremonial staff, his mother's jewelry collection, even the family's traditional ceremonial masks, all being sold. "These old things are worth millions," Dario told the antique dealer. I need cash for my gambling debts before the old man dies and everything gets complicated. Day 4. The most heartbreaking discovery came when Azuka overheard Vera on a phone call in the garden, thinking he was too sick to notice. "Darling, just a few more weeks," she cooed to her young lover. "Once Azuka is gone, we'll have billions to ourselves. We can travel the world, buy that mansion in Dubai you wanted. I'm already planning the funeral, something simple and cheap. Why waste money on a dead man?" All days, while his family showed their greed, only Lila showed genuine care. She would sneak into his room when the family wasn't around, bringing him homemade soup from the kitchen. "Papa Azuka, I made your favorite pepper soup," she would whisper, sitting beside his bed. "Mama always said food made with love can heal any sickness." She would read to him from old Nigerian folktales, her voice gentle and comforting. "The doctors say you're very sick, but I believe you'll get better. You're the strongest man I know." When the family caught her caring for him, they were ruthless. "Stop wasting time on him," Vera would shout. "He's dying anyway. Focus on your real work." "You're just a housemaid," Zara would add meanly. "He's not even your real father. Why do you care so much?" But Lila never stopped. Every night she would pray beside his bed when she thought he was sleeping, tears streaming down her face. "God, please don't take Papa Azuka. He's all the family I have left." As Azuka watched his blood family reveal their true greedy nature, while this young girl showed him unconditional love, his heart broke completely. The test was revealing more than he had ever imagined, and the results were devastating. By the 5th day, Leela had made a decision that would change everything. Despite earning only $30,000 monthly as a housemaid, she had been saving every kobo for months. That morning, she approached Vera nervously in the kitchen. "Ma, please, I need to go to my village today. It's very important." "Today?" Vera snapped, not looking up from her phone where she was planning her post-funeral vacation. "Are you insane? We have a dying man in this house and you want to go gallivanting?" "It's for Papa Azuka, Ma. My grandmother knows traditional medicine. She can prepare special herbs that might help heal his heart." Vera laughed cruelly. "You foolish girl. He's dying. Nothing can save him now. Stop wasting time with your village nonsense." But Lila was determined. That afternoon, she took a bus to her village to see her grandmother, Mama Aduni, who knew traditional medicine. "Grandmama, Papa Azuka is very sick. His heart is failing. Please, do you have anything that can help him?" The old woman looked at her with wise eyes. "The strongest healing herbs cost $25,000 for the rare roots alone." Lila didn't hesitate. She emptied her life savings, every single naira she had worked so hard to earn, 30,000s in crumpled bills representing months of labor and sacrifice. "Take it all, Grandmama. Papa Azuka's life is worth more than money." That night, she returned with the herbs and spent hours in the kitchen brewing the medicine with love and prayer. The next morning, she brought the warm herbal tea to Azuka's bedside. The family had gone out, leaving them alone. "Papa Azuka," she whispered softly, "I brought you something special. My grandmother says this will make your heart strong again." As evening approached and she thought he had fallen asleep, Lila knelt beside his bed and began to pray, her voice breaking with emotion. "God, please don't take Papa Azuka from me. When my parents died 3 years ago, I had nowhere to go. Papa Azuka found me on the street and gave me a home. He's the only person who ever called me daughter. He's the only real father I've ever known." Her tears fell freely. "I don't have much money or fancy clothes, but I have love, God. I have so much love for him. Please don't let him die." Azuka lay there, his heart completely shattered, not from illness, but from overwhelming love. As Lila fell asleep holding his hand, he knew he had found his real daughter, not in blood, but in love. On the 7th day, Dr. Malik announced it was time for Azuka's final family meeting. Everyone gathered in his bedroom for his supposed last words. The family entered with fake, solemn faces. Vera blocked Lila from entering. "Family only." "Let her stay," Azuka said weakly. "She's part of this family." As they gathered around his bed, Dr. Malik pretended to check his pulse. "I'm afraid this is it. He has maybe minutes left." Suddenly, Azuka sat up perfectly straight, his voice strong and clear. "Actually, I feel fantastic." The family froze in shock. Azuka stood up, completely healthy. "Surprise! I was never sick. This was all a test, and you've all failed spectacularly." Kenzo's face turned red with rage. You faked being sick? I have proof of everything, Azuka replied, pulling out a tablet. He pressed play on a recording. Kenzo's voice echoed, "Time is money. We need to be prepared." Vera's conversation with her lover played next. "Once Azuka is gone, we'll have billions to ourselves." The room fell silent. "I gave you everything," Azuka said, his voice breaking. "And the moment you thought I was dying, you couldn't wait to spend my money and replace me." He turned to Lila, who was crying tears of joy that her Papa Azuka was healthy. "Only this girl spent her life savings to try to save me. She's not my blood, but she's my only real family." "You can't be serious," Vera said coldly. "She's just a housemaid." "And you," Azuka replied, "are just a gold digger. The test is over." "Since you've all shown your true colors," Azuka announced calmly, "I'm making some changes." He pulled out legal documents from his desk drawer. "I'm disinheriting all three of you and Vera. You have exactly 30 days to leave this house." "You can't do this," Vera screamed. "My entire fortune, every naira, every property, every business goes to Lila. She's now my legal daughter and sole heir." Lila gasped in shock. "Papa Azuka, I don't understand." "You showed me real love when they showed me greed," he said, embracing her. "You're my true daughter." 1 month later, the family knelt outside the mansion gates, begging for forgiveness. Lila stood beside Azuka in a beautiful traditional dress, no longer a housemaid, but a billionaire's daughter. "Please, we're sorry," Kenzo pleaded. "We'll change." "We were wrong," Zara cried. "Give us another chance." Azuka looked at them with pity. "You had your chance. You chose money over love." He turned to Lila with a warm smile. "Come, daughter, let's go home." As they walked into the mansion together, Azuka's voice narrated the final lesson. "Blood doesn't make family. Love, care, and kindness do. Sometimes the family you choose loves you better than the one you're born into. If you loved seeing Lila get the justice she deserved, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Tell me in the comments, do you think Azuka made the right choice? Should blood family get a second chance? Or does love truly matter more than blood?